Hello and good day. My name is Mike Studer, and I would like to invite you to the merger of science, engagement, and practicality as you bring Step and Connect into your rehabilitation program. I'll be hosting you for the next few minutes as we just understand the science and the technology that goes into making a very practical and affordable, evidence-based system and device into your rehabilitation program, brought to you by the inventor of the program, my colleague, Erica DeMarsh. Erica can be contacted here, and you'll see the website for Step and Connect available as well. Again, my name is Mike Studer. A little background on me to understand why I'm endorsing this. I've been 32 years into the rehabilitation industry, primarily invested in neurology and geriatrics, but also athletics. I'm a board-certified neurologic clinical specialist and also a fellow of the American Physical Therapy Association. Let's talk specifically about how Step and Connect can help you, your patients, and your program. And as you see here on this slide, this innovative program helps to translate science. We're going to dive into that briefly. Helps to objectify your program with the measurements and documentation that you can use to convey improvements in the individuals that you're working with. That's important for the individuals, for your referral sources, for your program efficacy, for the therapists, and obviously also for payment and reimbursement. Additionally, Step and Connect is going to be something that helps you differentiate your program, something that you offer that perhaps your competitors will not be able to. It helps you, most importantly, engage your patients to maximize their recovery. It's portable from one floor to another in an acute care hospital, from an inpatient to an outpatient program, and obviously to a home setting as well. And as you'll see today, it's widely applicable. Well, let's look at the science of balance and gait training and understand where Step and Connect provides you a distinct advantage. First off, we look at the science of motor learning. And as you see below here, we need to keep things intense, difficult, challenging. We know that people working on gait training, in-gait training, helps to improve their walking capacity, task specificity. We want measurability for so many reasons that I've already mentioned. We want to be accurate and prescriptive with our dosage for our patients. And ideally, we're going to offer some variability, some enhanced programming that's multimodal and engaging. Additionally, we want to consider the science of human behavior that weaves into psychology, human choice, interest, and attention, looking at principles of gamification, reward, convenience, accountability, and personalization. And then finally, we look at the reality of healthcare, where we want to make certain that what we're offering and the products that we can host in our limited gym space are intuitive. They're affordable, as I've already mentioned, they're portable, they're efficient with regard to time and space, and that's an important one in terms of the therapist time for setup and training, and also the space, as I mentioned, that it occupies in your valuable gym or your patient's home, and something that evolves as science continues to evolve. Step and Connect does that, as you see here, by offering the science of motor learning and practice schedules, the order of practice, and respecting the timing and nature of practice variables and feedback, which you'll hear auditory and visual throughout the videos today. We look at the science of human behavior, and we see that Step and Connect provides that with the objectivity, the measurability, the ability to compete against myself in gamification, and then obviously that affordability, convenience, accountability, and nudge. And then really probably the most obvious thing is the reality of healthcare. All contained right here in the space that you're seeing, all can be folded back up and replaced, moved, or repurposed for another task that you're working on next. So truly, we understand the science of balance and gait training within motor learning to really respect all of those features that we learned about in 2008 with the Kleiman-Jones neuroplasticity article, and all physical and occupational speech therapists know. But really, you should know also, if you're listening to this as a consumer, perhaps considering being able to invest your valuable time in participating in a program that offers the Step and Connect. Then we additionally look here at this table that's offered from Step and Connect, and specifically the product we're talking about today, Balance Matters, and we look at our ability to be able to document the capacities and retaining and performing better, which truly translates into motor learning. Now, a little deeper dive into human behavior here, we see that by offering tests and measures that can be conducted on the Balance Matters program, we see that people have the opportunity to watch themselves get better when we have a third party that is objective, meaning the test itself. It's not the opinion of the therapist, it's how fast, how quickly, how proficient did you conduct this, is just one of many tests that can be carried out on the Balance Matters offered by Step and Connect. Then obviously here with regard to human behavior, it's important that we look at that last item there, personalized. And here we see an individual that, and this is actually the inventor herself right here, Erica, who's actually working on using the Balance Matters, getting some auditory feedback while she's imitating the movements that would be integral were you to be rowing in a kayak. And that could be one way of personalizing something and making it not seem so much like work or so foreign. Why am I doing this? Do I enjoy doing this? And really human behavior speaks to that quite nicely. And then, as I've already mentioned, but to reiterate and dive deeper, look at how the space and the really footprint of the Balance Matters occupies, and all of this can be rolled up, as I said, very portable, and always respect and recall that that statement that can't be overstated is the efficiency of both time and space that has to be considered. So now you have to ask yourself, well, what arenas of balance and gait training am I leaving on the table? And we have already spoken to dosage, being able to work with an individual, make a measurement of them, see what capacities they have, and then prescribe treatment according to their capacities, and use the Balance Matters as a nice environment of care for individuals that is specific to their capacities. Can I stand with both feet together, my feet lined up on one foot? How quickly can I be able to follow with the rhythm of the music here and exchange my center of mass and be able to alternate step touches, etc. So there's so many ways of offering dosage here. Are we making things person specific with regard to the type of music that's being used, with regard to the cues, with regard to the speed, or even, as Erica demonstrated there, putting things into an avocational or even a sports specific task? And then we want to consider the possibilities of group dynamics, obviously with these mats taking up very little space and being so portable, being able to be used in a group exercise program, certainly by an activity director, assisted living facility, community wellness, etc. Transitional movements, which you'll see throughout the videos today, sit to stand, actually dynamic in terms of walking, turning, etc. And then obviously home options as well. Consider always that when you look at what things could be added to your program, make sure you're looking into items, service lines, and products that are consistently reflecting the evidence as well. And that's what we see here, certainly with the Balance Matters, just completely the entire website and program really bathed in evidence as well, and contributing to it with the research as well. Here's a great example here of combining music with the Balance Matters. So just imagine how many enjoyable repetitions that you saw right there that didn't feel like 1, 2, 3. We got rate, rhythm, we got initiation, we got some intensity, We got some cardiovascular going there within a functional task, but music complementing, not just playing in the background, but complementing my effort. And so really all of that kind of working into that reward center and enjoyability and personalization. So now you have to ask yourself the reverse question: what areas of gait training aren't you applying? So are you truly respecting the literature, looking at motor learning and the number of repetitions and feedback, and really attention and engagement and investment and difficulty? And are you actually prescribing a dosage that's based on a measurement from the individual that you're working with? Are you listening to, no pun intended, the literature out there that talks about the enhanced engagement from introducing and incorporating music? And then obviously the aspects and attributes that we've spoken about already, the variety, the variability, and the adaptability of this program, because as you'll see, we can easily change the foot positions on the balance matters. We can make them harder or easier for individuals. And as I've already spoken to, rate, rhythm, and direction. So you might be a little bit shocked about the things that you aren't tapping into. Here's another nice video that really also signifies some of the adaptability and the translatability of the evidence as well. Each position, and then you can move on to the next position. Okay, are you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, and begin. So he's going to do stage 1 to stage 2. Good, you got it. Stuck the landing. Go to the next one. Now he's going to show me stage 2. Okay. With the right foot in rear. Go to the next one. Now he's going to show me stage 2 with the left, stage 3 with the left foot in rear. Okay, begin your way back. And now we're going to have him take that 4-stage balance test and try to make it dynamic. So this just stable, continue, is a nice, easy, quick way to be able to watch this individual. And last one. Good. That's great. Jim, you made it in 38 seconds and only had to step off the contact points once. That's great. We actually even timed that for him so that he could have a record of how he did, and he could try to beat that record next time. And we included both accuracy, stepping off of the mat or the foot imprints one time, and then also kind of speed. So we look at that speed accuracy trade-off, and we know that he did that in 38 seconds. So that's another great way of taking a look at the adaptability of the step and connect there too. So as you've seen today, there are applications very easy in music and balance, dynamic movement, transitional movement, sit to stand, etc. You can certainly understand that even though I'm not giving you a half-hour or a 2-hour webinar here today, that there would be opportunities here for you to expand your program and even across all of these diagnoses, find room and space for these individuals with these conditions to be able to improve. And as I mentioned at the very start, to be able to differentiate your program uniquely, leveraging music, offering group therapy may not be something you're doing already, certifying staff within the Step and Connect programs that are educational compendiums, serving low to high functioning patients with the movement of the foot targets, with the music, with the speed, and obviously looking at transitional movements as well, and potentially even participating in clinical research using this. There's so many options to elevate your program that you may not be tapping into already. So we have the Balance Matters certification level. There's many opportunities on the website there to also incorporate tests that your program may not be utilizing already, so many different ways. So as we wrap up here, again, I want to endorse the Step and Connect. Today we introduced the Balance Matters platform and program that can be used, incorporated with that. And certainly, again, I want to acknowledge the inventor, Erica DeMarche, physical therapist, and share again her contact information, both by email and website. So take the opportunity, elevate your career, your program and your patience today. Thank you. My name is Mike Studer, and it's been my pleasure working with you today.